Hey Aries, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right. Nine of Wands just came out. All right. All right, let's see. Oh. I was going to say maybe feeling kind of weary of something. Maybe you guys are music lovers, all right? Speaking about the Grateful Dead. All right, so let's get into your reading and see what's going on. Aries, Aries. Okay. All right, Aries. So we're going to get out some oracle cards. I don't have a placement for them, so they're just going to kind of see how they fit into your reading. So you have Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. And then you have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. And then you have Mice, discord among friends or family. Okay, so let's see. You know what I'm also seeing off of this is like Mrs. Okay, Mrs. MW, what? MRS. Okay, so let's see. All right, you guys have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This is showing up for your current energy. So Aries, I kind of feel like this is speaking right to this Mice card, okay? I think there's maybe something here that they're maybe a struggle in a family unit, okay, that kind of stuff, or maybe like a group of friends, that type of situation. That might be part of whatever is going on here. I do like that you will be taken care of it. You will be taken care of in difficult times. I feel like that's a good message to get, like with that reverse 10 of Pentacles, okay? So, all right, you have the Ace of Swords, and this is showing up in your environment. So I think there's a level of clarity, or there's been some type of breakthrough, maybe communication, or just like, I don't know, a breakthrough in something, okay, going on around you. I want to say news has broke about something, all right? That's kind of what I feel like saying with this Ace of Swords. So, all right, let's see. I also want to say somebody's not in the house, or I don't know, someone's not in the house. I'm not sure. All right, so you have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is showing up for the possible challenge here. Okay, I think that this is just kind of indicative of this Ten of Pentacles reversed here. I think there is something that is just, again, maybe like a hard time in a, maybe financially, okay? Maybe there's something that's like, you know, financially kind of a struggle right now, that kind of stuff, right? And I wonder if there's even a feeling of you guys feeling like you're not going to be taken care of in, like, you know, as a specific difficult time, that kind of thing here. Aries, okay, All right, Queen of Pentacles, this is showing up as your challenge. This might be, maybe this is somebody who is being a little bit stubborn about the way something is going to go, or about the way something is being created or taken care of, or the money spent into something, that kind of stuff, okay? All right, you also, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn, you have Queen of Pentacles, and you also have the Devil card here. So, all right, so the Devil card is showing up for your possible opportunity. So I feel like you have an opportunity here to maybe strengthen a connection, or to have something kind of permanent, that kind of stuff, all right? Or maybe to just feel like rooted in something, especially if you're maybe feeling like maybe not so settled, or feeling like, you know, not so settled. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So, all right, let's see what's up here. So we're going to get your oracle cards out. Actually, I wasn't going to do that right yet, but I guess that's what we're doing. So, okay. So let's see. I'm going to get some more tarot for you guys, and then we'll get into your reading and see what's going on. This is a little bit of a different spread this week. So, all right. Let's see. Aries, Aries, Aries. There's something about a chain of some sort, or a link or something here, okay? That kind of thing. I'm definitely understanding that showing up actually in your opportunity. So, all right, let's see what is going on. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, so we're going to clarify again, or we're going to get more information after this. So let's see. Okay, so for your challenge, you guys have impulsiveness, all right? So this is an Aries card, so that's kind of interesting. It's showing up as a challenge. You also have this Ram. I'm picking that up as Aries as well, okay? That kind of thing. All right. So impulsiveness, and this is showing up as your challenge. You have Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So here's the thing. Maybe you guys, maybe the whole challenge here is that maybe you're somebody who's maybe more so comfortable with like how things have always been, okay? That kind of stuff. I wonder if this is, for some of you guys, I'm getting this as even like an impulse purchase, okay? Like kind of buying something maybe impulsively, that kind of stuff. And maybe it's like somebody around you might have like kind of caught wind of this or figured this out in some sense. Maybe it like broke the budget, or it was like something that it was like, dude, that was supposed to be discussed by all of us. That kind of thing. There might be something in that, okay? So impulsiveness. Yeah, so maybe there's somebody who's like acting a little bit out of character, or I don't know, left something that was like actually like really maybe like thriving. Maybe somebody kind of backed out of that without really like thinking of the consequences in some sense, that kind of stuff. I also understand somebody impulsively giving something to somebody else that maybe was not theirs to give, okay? That kind of stuff. I definitely am picking up that. For some of you guys, maybe this was like a family heirloom or something that was like, again, like in a family or a set of something, that kind of stuff. Maybe that's like kind of gone missing in some sense. And again, this could be somebody just like impulsively, maybe even somebody impulsively taking something by mistake. Okay. Like that. I mean, that happens I don't know if that really happens all the time, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Something like, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. So, all right. Which maybe is annoying. So, all right, let's see. Okay. All right, so you guys have what are we going to do? You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to move over to your opportunity. Then we'll talk about all this. So, all right, you guys have influence, and this is showing up for your opportunity, this influence card. And then you have it with the Devil card and the Three of Cups. So this is a little bit interesting. Okay. I feel like you have the opportunity to possibly influence somebody in a really kind of, again, in like a permanent way, or doing something in like almost like a tempting type of way, being like, I'm tempting you with this, that kind of stuff. But you might be like having a certain level of influence over maybe a decision-making process or something like that. Okay. That kind of thing. This Ace of Swords in your environment, this might be somebody breaking communication, and that information or communication, whatever it is, might be extremely influential. All right, that kind of stuff. So, all right. Especially, I gotta tell you, if you're dealing with maybe somebody who is like kind of like being stubborn, and there's like this discord and stuff amongst like, friends and family, like it's saying here, then it might be that your opportunity is maybe to lean into something that is like, that you can like really rely on, that is like always there, or something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. Maybe even collaborating or sharing your energy with somebody else, that kind of stuff, like teaming up in some way, that type of situation. Maybe, so it's like, there's like, they say like power in numbers, that kind of stuff. That might be something that we're talking about here. So, all right. Let's see. So, all right, so we're going to go back to your challenge. You guys have the Two of Pentacles. This is showing up as what you're not able to control about this. So yeah, I feel like this is something that you're just seeing as being unfair, that kind of thing, or that you are not able to control if somebody else is maybe wanting to like make something fair or to balance out a particular thing. I also understand that there might be something where maybe, I even wonder if maybe you like signed up for something impulsively, that kind of stuff. And it might be that there's just like a hard time to kind of like juggle a bunch of different things, or taking care of like a lot of different stuff here. But I'm really getting this as just like balance, like somebody's balance or something like that. Okay. Is something that you're not able to control. So I don't exactly understand that. We're going to clarify that, but I'm getting it just very much like balance, like that kind of thing. So, all right. Okay, so you have the Hermit card, and this is showing up as what you can control here. All right, so let's see. What you can control is the Hermit card. I feel like what you can control is relying on like your inner knowledge here, that kind of stuff. And there also might be something here where maybe it's like taking some time away from a particular person or situation, that kind of stuff. That's definitely something that you absolutely can control, okay? That type of thing. Maybe this is, I wonder if it's even a challenge for you to maybe find like a quiet spot, or to find some place that's like comfortable in some sense, that kind of stuff. Maybe to exchange something, or to, again, to even something out, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. And I feel like, I feel like what you are able to control is like the way that you're doing that, or controlling something that you've maybe had to do by yourself once before, that kind of stuff. I also feel like there's something that you have like all of like the tools, or I don't know if it's a tools, but like you have like this a certain level of knowledge about something, and it's like maybe that's part of what it is like controlling what kind of information like comes in and comes out, that kind of stuff. That has actually been kind of a theme this week, or for these rounds of readings anyway. That kind of stuff. So all right, let's see, for your next steps forward, you guys have the Three of Wands. So I feel like there's something about seeing what the heck is coming of this whole entire situation, all right? That kind of stuff. And I also feel like there might be something about you considering whether you want to like wait more on something, or if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna start making moves, or I'm gonna start looking for something else or something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. So over to your opportunity, you have the Devil card, the Three of Cups, and you have it with this Influence card here, okay? So, all right. For some of you guys, you just have an opportunity here to like release yourself from maybe something that is a bad influence, okay? Something that maybe has been influencing you in like the not so wonderful way, that kind of stuff. If that is the case, I feel like some of that has already kind of like happened, and that might be part of what you're not able to control here, is like bringing something back into balance, that kind of stuff, okay? That might be kind of like somebody else's responsibility, you know, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. So you have the Four of Swords here, and this is showing up as your skills to kind of like conquer this opportunity here. So I think that you just have really good introspection skills. All right, Hermit card, Four of Swords. I think there's something that you guys are really good at, like maybe you know, being quiet with yourself, sitting, thinking about, like, I want to say like the past things that have gone right, have gone wrong, that kind of stuff. There's an energy. It's actually kind of funny because it feels like you actually are in the energy of maybe like not or having the opportunity rather to not be so impulsive about something, okay? To really think something through, that kind of stuff, all right? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. You know, it's interesting. I'm getting like kind of a bit of sadness off of this Hermit energy here for like what you can control. And then you have this Five of Cups here showing up in your like things that can kind of help with this opportunity. So here's the thing. Maybe that's what it is just kind of like, I wonder if the help that you can kind of get here is maybe somebody kind of shedding light on something that maybe you thought was better than it really was. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. All right. That could certainly be part of whatever it is. And if that's the case, it might even kind of propel you forward in order to kind of release whatever bond or whatever kind of, whatever this is here. Okay. Being kind of maybe connected to a certain thing that maybe it's like, oh, that's too influential, or something regarding that. I just feel like there's an energy of like, again, being either the help that you're getting is somebody giving you another chance on something, being like, you know what, we can try this again, that kind of thing. Or again, it really is you kind of maybe connecting over with somebody in your past, okay, or somebody in your family, that kind of stuff, or a particular person who can like, again, show you where there's still stuff to like grab a hold of, or, you know, that kind of stuff, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling. All right, so let's see. You guys have the King of Wands, and this is showing up as your kind of like the next steps for this opportunity. It does feel like being kind of like bold about something, or at least being, is it being bold? Possibly, but I also think it's maybe kind of like really seeing like the whole situation involved. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. I even wonder if this is like visualizing what you want, you know, that kind of stuff, visualizing how you want something to go or something like that, that kind of stuff. Okay. I wonder if there's like a really cool, I don't know, approach or technique or something here that you can kind of like utilize, all right, that kind of stuff. I do wonder if this is maybe like an idea that maybe there's like a particular idea or something that just like, I don't know, came out of the blue, that kind of stuff. And I wonder if it's you kind of like working with that like new information or a breakthrough of communication, something like that, okay, that kind of stuff. All right, so let's see what else. We're just going to get some more cards for like your opportunity and challenge real quick. So, all right, let's see. I got to tell you, maybe your next step forward here for your opportunity is you being the stubborn one. Maybe this is you being like, you know what, I'm aggressively going towards this thing, or I'm not taking no for an answer, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff, okay? Maybe even understanding that you are protected in a certain way, all right? Like, again, you have this Staff card. You will be taken care of in difficult times. I mean, I almost feel like this is kind of this King of Wands, like he's like protected. He's like, I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. So, all right, let's see what's up. Okay. Whoa. Tower card wanted to come out. All right. All right, so let's clarify all this. Aries. Knight of Pentacles. All right. Okay, so that might be like the anecdote to this like impulsiveness card showing up in your challenge. So all right, speaking of your challenge, you have the Two of Pentacles and you have it with the Eight of Swords, and this is showing up for what you can't control. So yes, I feel like this is somebody who maybe is spending a lot of their time doing one thing when maybe they're supposed to be doing another thing, that kind of stuff, okay? Or this is possibly you feeling trapped by maybe a particular thing that you already committed to, signed up for, whatever the heck it is. Maybe it was impulsive in some sense, that kind of stuff. But I feel like, again, what you're not really able to control is whether somebody else is feeling maybe even balanced enough or seeing both sides of a situation enough to kind of see where maybe they're holding themselves kind of like trapped, or where you're kind of, well, that's something you would be able to control. So yeah, this might be somebody else who's just like, they're just refusing to kind of see how something is imbalanced, or how maybe committing to one thing is trapping them out of another thing. Do you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. That might just be, you know, something that you're just is not in your control right now. That kind of thing. So, all right. Okay, so you have the Hermit card and you have it with the Six of Pentacles, and this is showing up for what you can control. This Six of Pentacles has been all over the place this week, I swear. So, all right, Hermit card and the Six of Pentacles. So yes, I feel like this is like you have been through something, or you have done something by yourself, maybe time and time again, or you've reached a certain level of like, I've had to do this thing by myself, and maybe there's something you've isolated, whatever the heck it is, okay? Maybe kind of like been by yourself, whatever the heck it is here, but it's like worth it, okay? It sure is, especially that Knight of Pentacles. Where was that? That was at the bottom of this deck here, and now you have the Hermit card. Like, to me, this is like really like maybe even deep isolation, taking a really long time to like come out with something, that kind of thing. That's what I feel. But I feel like you have or what's in your control now is maybe who it is that you share information with, or this might be picking and choosing what like lessons, or what something you want to pass down to somebody, okay? That kind of stuff, maybe in your family, something like that. All right, that's what I'm feeling. I'm also getting you could return something in a secret way, that kind of stuff. Okay, so all right, let's see. You have the Three of Wands and you have it with the Eight of Wands. This is showing up as your next steps forward. So there we go. So definitely making moves on something. Okay, so that's what I think. That might even, maybe that's part of whatever this challenge is. Maybe that's something that you're feeling like, okay, this is kind of impulsive, when maybe it's not. Maybe it is more thought out than you're kind of like anticipating, or maybe you're just somebody who rather has things like very much in order, that kind of stuff. I want to know what's coming next. I want my routine to be the way it is, that kind of stuff. That could be it. But I'm definitely seeing like kind of, you know, moving forward on something, that kind of stuff. Okay, not waiting around. Maybe responding to something immediately, or at least like making, like really being like, okay, it's like this is what came in of this, and now I'm gonna like respond to that, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. I almost want to say something's gonna happen kind of quickly, or that's maybe I don't know, something to know, or something to kind of be prepared for in some sense. So, all right, let's see. So over to your opportunity, again, with this influence card. So you have the Four of Swords and you have it with the reverse the reverse Seven of Cups. This is showing up for your skills. I think you have the skills to, I got to tell you, this feels like going into like a meditative state, so that you're able to decipher what is true, what is not, what's anxiety, what's not anxiety, what's all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially maybe this is something about, pretend you have like a too many options, there's too much going on, that kind of stuff. Maybe this is you guys like kind of being quiet in order to kind of like sort through those thoughts to see what, like, it's like, what is real, what is not real, what can I actually bring down to reality, what can I not, that kind of stuff. That could certainly be part of whatever this is. I also think that there might be something here where you have the skills to just friggin' clear up confusion through maybe like really processing something, okay, that kind of stuff, or recovering from something that was just like a total like, what the heck was that, like, you know what I'm saying, something about that. All right, yeah, I do want to say clearing up some type of confusion. Okay, and I also want to say that there is something where I think that you're able to kind of like be really like kind of honest with yourself, or with whatever's going on here, again, to kind of see like, has this thing been like blown out of proportion, or is this now like totally up in the air to the point that there's no validity to something, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. I just like this is cutting through confusion and being able to sort through like fears or anxiety or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff, to like get to the truth of something, or to, at the very least, to feel not overwhelmed about something that's going on. Okay. So, all right, you have the 5 of Cups, and then you have it with the reverse 9 of Swords, and this is showing up for possible help. So I think this is somebody who, again, can like take like weight off of your back, or to have something stop going over and over and over again, that kind of stuff. It feels like somebody almost waking you up from like a wide awake nightmare or something like that, that kind of stuff. Okay. That's what I feel like is part of whatever is going on here. I also think that you have, I also wouldn't be surprised if, again, there's like this energy of somebody maybe kind of, or yourself, whatever it is. This could be yourself going into like a meditative state, or resting, and therefore being able to like kind of cut through confusion or whatever the heck it is, or sort through your options, that kind of stuff. Whatever this is, it's like alleviating stress, or it's alleviating something that you're feeling like, God, now all the weight of the world is on me, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like this is, it feels like this is almost like an instant, like, now I don't have to think about this, or something like that. It's like, this is like a Hail Mary moment, you know, that's what I'm feeling is going on here, or that's like the help that is kind of available to you. All right. So I wonder if somebody is going to like come back that you haven't seen in a long time, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of picking that up. So, all right, you have the King of Wands, and you have it with the Ace of Wands, and this is showing up as your next steps forward. So yeah, it's like definitely like a lot of motivation there, that kind of stuff. I feel like this is like recharging your batteries, or getting something that you're like, that's what I want. That's my passion. I friggin' want this thing. I have a desire for this. For some of you guys, this has to do with like actual movement. Okay. For some of you, this really is something to do with maybe travel and movement, something like that. Okay. That kind of stuff. And for others of you, I do think that there's something about maybe being like extremely passionate about something here, and being like, that's where I'm placing my energy. I'm placing my energy here, that kind of stuff. Sometimes being stubborn and aggressive, well, I don't want to say aggressive, but like maybe assertive, but you know, this says stubborn on it and aggressive, but sometimes like that energy is like needed. You know what I'm saying? Like a really like maybe like self-motivating, or something like that, or getting some information or results, or some clarity that is kind of like showing you like, yes, keep moving in that direction, that kind of thing. All right. That's what I'm feeling. Really friggin' interesting. Really interesting. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. So, all right, Aries. So hopefully that made sense and was helpful, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.